Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is me, J, and today's video is going to be a wig slayage. Yes guys, I'm going to show you how I achieved this hair, how I achieved the style of it as well. I've got a full video showing you guys how I got the curls, which I will link in the description box below. But this is basically going to show you guys how I made my unit. Obviously this hair is from Yiroo Hair. Thank you so much Yiroo for sponsoring this video. I absolutely love this hair. The hair came ombre already, so I didn't have to do any color work. It came in this gorgeous little box that just says Virgin Human Hair Supplier from Yiroo. I love the packaging, very easy to store away. And in the box comes the bundles and the closure, as well as a set of lashes. So you guys know the typical China lashes, and then the bundles of hair. So I received 3 bundles and a closure. I'll leave the lengths and the link to the actual hair combination in the description box below. But this is just showing you guys the color of the bundles. They were already pre-ombre, pre-colored. I love how ombre it looks, guys. Like, it looks absolutely beautiful. Nicely packed. The tracks are nice and thick, but not too thick. They're just really well sewn. The closure as well, the hair is very full, as you can see. And I love the color of the netting. Very easy for foundation to just show through, so it looks like your scalp. So I didn't need to bleach the knots or anything. I really love the color. So first thing I'm going to do is use my usual mesh cap. And this is what I use to make all my wigs. And then you're going to need black thread and your thread, obviously, and your needle. And then a brush and some crabs just to hold the hair in place while you're trying to sew. Pair of scissors to cut the thread. I never cut my units. I never cut the track, so it's just to cut the thread. Some T-pins to keep the hair in place. So the first thing I've done is to put the closure on my cap, ready for sewing. Now I'll leave a link to the video that I did using another type of hair, but technically you just want to move the closure to the end of the cap just to make sure that it aligns properly, and use the T-pins to hold it in place while you sew. So I'm going through the unit, through the cap, and looping through and just making a knot. And you just want to follow that process from the center to the left, finish it off, and then from the center to the right, or whichever way you want to do it. But this is just basically showing you guys how I sew it. It's pretty self-explanatory. You want to make sure that you pick a little bit of the net at each time. Don't dig too much into the net, and definitely make sure that your stitches are close, because this is the closure. You want to make sure it's nicely sewn and it's going to last you a long time. The T-pins as well will prevent the closure from moving around while you're sewing, so I definitely do recommend that you invest in them. The crabs, as you can see, I use it to hold the hair in place, hold it up, just so that I can see where I am sewing. And when you're going to finish the cap, you just do it in a knotting motion. Another thing I haven't mentioned in one of my videos is when you are stitching where the band is, make sure you don't go through the band. Make sure you just go through the fabric on top of the band, or else it's going to prevent your cap from stretching, and you don't want that. So just keep that in mind, because I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned that in any of my videos. So you just want to pick through the hair. You want to pick through the cap as opposed to going through it completely. And there you go, just snip a little bit and then tie a knot and then cut the excess thread, and that's how I finish my sewing. And it keeps the hair nice and flat on my head without any bulges or knots that just hurt the head. And I'm just showing you guys what it looks like. The stitching is nice and close, and that's what you want to do on the other side. This is another tip that I've shown you guys in my previous video. I like to mark out where I am going to stitch my bundles. that helps me make sure that I've got enough hair to go around the cap, and also when I'm gonna, you know, sew in a straight line, or if I'm gonna sew in a curved line, it's very easy to do. Again, when you are stitching through the back or through the band, just make sure you don't go through the actual elastic band and you're only going through the fabric, to prevent the hair from refusing to stretch. So you go through the fabric, underneath the track of the hair, through the thread, and tie a knot. Very simple. And it's basically the same step you're going to apply throughout the hair. So I'm just going to shut up and let you guys watch. And this will be your finished product. So you can see how the ombre color just goes through the hair. It's nice and wavy, nice and curly. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like at the top. Obviously, when you're finishing the unit, you make sure that when you sew the last track, it's very close to the closure at the top of the hair, so that the stitching is nice and full. And so when you let down the closure, you don't see any gaps, you don't see any lines or anything. It's just nice and full. So this is basically what it looks like. I already have a video up showing you guys how I style this hair and get my curls in without using heat. So I will link that, as I said, in the description box and also below, also above. But I'm going to show you guys how I customize the unit. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the extra net in front, and you want to make sure that you're not cutting the baby hairs if there's any or anything like that. So make sure you get a good pair of scissors, and then obviously you want to cut the extra cap inside the unit just to make sure that the lace shows through. Again, take your time with this, because once you cut it, you can't glue it back. And then you will reveal the lace. And then I normally just use foundation to just cover the lace. And this is just showing you guys how I get the unit to stay flat on top. So I use water and conditioner mixed together to make it flat on top. And then I go ahead and curl the hair using my foam set wrap, the mousse, and also the water and conditioner. And this is what you have once it's dry and unraveled. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the reason why I like using bendy rollers is because over time the curls will drop and it will look more beautiful. So you won't even have to curl the hair over and over. You literally curl it once and the hair will continue to look beautiful. It'll drop. I'm going to insert some pictures at the end to show you guys what it looks like after a week, after 2 weeks with the same curl, just to show you guys that you don't have to curl your hair with heat over and over. It honestly damages hair, and that there are other ways to achieve beautiful curls like this. But yeah, this is the finished hair. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you check Yiroo out. I'll leave a link to their website and this hair in the description box below. I'll also leave links to some of their top selling hair and all the information that you need, like discount codes, offers, and all that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys in a future video. Remember, God doesn't like ugly, so be nice to someone today. Okay?